Hello guys, welcome back to our tutorial. Welcome to this channel. In this video I will show you the three auth methods of CSS and how to apply them in your HTML structure. So that no wasting of any time, I will show you everything in this video. If you are using laptop PC, you can open your VS Code editor. If you are using a mobile app or smartphone, mobile device, you can have this application or any HTML code editor. Don't use normal notepad to run HTML. You can do it, but it will not suggest some error codes and whatever thing you need to have in an east for you. So that is why using code editor is very good. So whatever thing you are doing will be simple and you can suggest some codes for you. So while having this code studio, if you are using Android phone, you see it in Google Play Store, then you download it, install it, start opening your code studio. You don't need to ask yourself where you are backing into, since we want to use three methods of CSS and how we can apply them into our HTML structure to give us a professional look. As a beginner, you need to know that while trying to do your web page, you must have a particular folder which all your files, your CSS file, your JavaScript file, even your HTML file, and others of the multimedia, the media file like images, videos, music file and so on, that you can be able to implement, put them in one folder while you are running them into the HTML by calling the source file. So that is where we are coming into in this video. So first of all, you have a separate create a new folder like this is HTML and says let me maximize it so you can see it. You can see, notice that I have a folder. Yes, this is my you can know about this emulated 0 HTML.css. so this is the folder that we want to run everything into it. So in this folder I must have a file inside this folder. So I must have a file, and as you open the folder, you can see there is a plus sign at the top. So you click on the plus sign to create a file based on what file you want to create. So by creating a file, you are not just coming to this particular file like this. You are using coming with this particular file. Since we want to start with HTML first, so we are starting with HTML. What's the HTML? The first HTML I want to create now. Let's say we want to make a use of home. Okay, we want to talk about home. This is the home page. Is home. So you click on the create. So it refresh. You have HTML now let's apply this. Let's use this HTML as our first file page in the folder to have our first CSS method. So this I will do some changes here. I will change this title to home so that as we are going to load it, it will show us where we are, which one in particular we are using. So talk about home page. Okay, let's just make it home. Even likewise this one, hello world. You can just say this is home, this is home, this is home. Okay, it's okay. I'm okay with that. So now before we apply CSS, let's click on the play button here. If you are new, if you are not new to Code Studio, you must know how to make use of it. So you click on the home button here. While you click on the home button, you can see the text inside of it. So we have a home text here. We don't have a paragraph, any paragraph behind it, but I would like to create a paragraph also. So click on the pencil icon to take you back to the HTML editor of that result page. So that is why I'm asking you, advising you to use Studio, let's say code editor, because it will suggest the those elements and others of the tags that you may want to make use of it, the attribute and so on. So this is the first one. This is P as paragraph. So you want to create a paragraph here. I can still look for something to paste in that paragraph. Paste something in the paragraph. Let's play it back to see. Okay, as you can see it here. We have home page and the paragraph right now. So now what we have to do here is to apply our CSS. What type of CSS you want to apply in this single page of any of HTML file? Okay, the first CSS method is known as Inline CSS. Each of the elements, for example, let's go into this particular tag here. This is h1 element here. This tag is h1. So you have to open inside the tag of the h1, that's h1. So you give a space like this. While giving a space, you want to apply CSS elements. Attribute is style. So this is style. You can see it here because that is why you can see that the defined CSS style which will override the style previously set. So it will set up the style that you want to make use of. So the code editor will suggest it everything for you. So while you're having the style equal to double quotes, then you type the style, whatever thing you want to do. So they call let's say you want to make a style like background color of this head text known as this home. It will change the color to a particular color that we want to set. Okay, now we want to say background color, background the background dash color, we use the colon and we give space. So the color you can type by color code if you know color code, or you can type it by name. So if you are using code editor, HTML editor, any code editor, it will accept the name and it will give you the good result. So if you are not using code editor, even if you are writing the name, it will not show you the exact color that you are looking for through name. So for example, I want to say blue, so I will now say blue. That's the color. So I'm using CSS now. This is the CSS. Okay, I apply it. Back. Okay. So this is blue. You can notice that I have missed some letters here, so I have to correct the letters. Background, I have to put in to make it background. So observe that I missed a letter. So if you miss any single letter, it will not give you the result. So you have to make sure you spell it properly. This method. So you click on it, you can see that the background has been applied. So what you may want to notice that it doesn't apply to this particular one also, even when they are in the same place. So that is the effective or the side effect of inline CSS. Okay, how can you apply it? How can you make it to work into this same place now? So you come back here and you look for the paragraph where the text ends. So this is the place here. You have to open the tag, give a space, use the same method style. While making a style, you can continue also background dash color, you use colon space, then we can make something like red. Then if the previous one we use blue, this second one we are using red. You apply it, you see it's applying also. But what if you have more tags, more elements? That means this is how you'll be using them one after the other to make it. It is so stressful. So that is why we need to check another method that can be easily for us to make use of in the CSS, applying into our HTML. So let's go back. That is how you can make use of it. But what if you want to change the tag or the color of this tag that is black to white? Okay, the same thing that you can still use. You are not going to add any new attribute of style. You are still using the same line. Since the colon, inside the colon like this, if you already have any style attribute like this, so you give a space like this. You are giving it a space by using comma semicolon. So by using semicolon to separate the first one, and you bring in another style method. You want to say font size or text style, or yours since you want to change the color of the text, you only write color. It will call the action to change the color of that color. You can just use white. You can use upper X, you can use the upper alphabet like uppercase, or you can use the lowercase. It will still work. So this one also, we go to the first one, we use semicolon to separate it. You just write color. Once you apply colon, you write let's say white. Yeah, you can write white. You can now you apply, you preview it. You can see it has changed, but it's stressed that you cannot be able to change one at the same time. You cannot be able to change all in one place. So that is how the CSS, inline CSS, is working. Now the next thing is, how can we make it to apply to the, let's say example, we want to apply to the others, anything paragraph at the same time in one single code. So now that is when the next one we known as internal CSS. So we want to try the internal CSS. Before then, how can we make use of internal CSS? We come to our file again. When coming to our file, we create a new file. Let's create a new file for the comparison. We want to create a new HTML file. The HTML file I want to create here is let's say contact us. Okay, we can say contact. This is contacts. It's okay. Now we create the CSS by clicking, I said earlier, if case you are new, this is where you are click to create it. So once you create it, we have the contact.css. Okay, now the contact CSS here, the contacts.html is where we are now. So you click on it to delete the title, so that once we open it, we know where we are. We can write contacts. You can write contacts us. Okay, then now let's play it to see if it has any effects from the previous HTML file. You can see it doesn't have anything alter. It's coming like it is. So you still need to have another paragraph. For the sake of this, this one we will use like 2 paragraphs. Yeah, we will have 2 paragraphs first. So right, like I said, P. Once you see the first P is the paragraph, you close the angle brackets. It will give you the close tag of it. Yeah. So if you want to apply CSS, okay, let's open the paragraph. Let's play it. You can see you have 2 paragraphs here. We have the first one here, and we have the second one here. So, and this one is the head tag of the page. So we want to go back to apply CSS. The CSS we want to apply here that will be able to be easily a little, so that can affect two paragraphs at the same time in one line of code, is known as internal CSS. Where can we implement this CSS in our HTML? Now we are not going to open any single line attribute or any element or any tag to type in a style. So we are coming to this inside this head. Before the end tag of this head here, you open this, bring up this element, style elements, bring up the style element attribute. Now you close it, it will bring you the close tag of it. So you open it. In between the style, you have this function known as you want to style, let's say first of all you want to style this h1 in the bottom. Look at it, say in the bottom, the body of it, we have h1 here. So you want to style the h1, so you must have a selector. If you are using let's say class, you have a selector which is dot points. So it is not if it is not the class, just write h1, then you space, you open the curly brackets, close curly and close brackets, then you bring it down like this. So I want to apply the color. Let's say I want to make the background color of it to be let's say background color to be, the first one was blue, I want to change it now to red. Yeah, I want to make it to red. Yeah, then make the color of the text to be let's say green. Okay, we have it now. So that is it. So it is inside. You can see that this one doesn't have the the column, the double quote, okay, the quote sign. So it only have the selector here. Once you have it, you put the declaration. This is known as declaration. Here is declaration of the selector. So now let's play it and see. This is the result that we have it here. We can see that that's changed the color, the background color, and the text color. Okay, now I want to apply a color into these two HTML at the same time, not until we go into the tags in each of it. Okay, now we come back to the style. Inside the style, at the end of this curly bracket of this one belongs to the close style of the particular head. So you just click on the front of the curly brackets. So while clicking on the front, you can bring it down so that you know how where your code start and where it's end. So you come the same thing like the other one. We are talking about paragraph. You have to use P. So once you use P, you give a space. That's paragraph elements sign. So you make it like this, open the curly bracket, bring it down. So you want to make the background color also, you can just say background dash color, like always as usual. So we want to make this one to be the other one was red and the color was green, so you want to make this one to be blue. We want to make it to be blue. Okay, let's say you want to make this one to be yellow. You want to make it to be yellow and put a semicolon to separate, yeah, to bring in another declaration. You want to make the yellow, the color of its colon to be blue. So that is it. So once you finish it, you play it, you can see it has applied to the two lines at the same time. So you can see that it has applied without going into each of the line of the paragraphs to put in the style in it. So that is another easier way you can apply CSS into your HTML without stress. So but we want to talk about example. Why do we need this second, the third one, if this one is so simple like this or so easier to use in HTML? I will show you example. Now we have this contacts. You can see we have contacts.html and we also have home.html. Let's play the two of it. Now the contact of HTML, when you apply it, you see same places, they are the same place. So which means anything happening to the first file can affect the second one, but it has not been so. It is not like that. Look at it. This is the home HTML. Then we play the home HTML. You observe that the color of this HTML is different from this particular contact HTML. This is when, if you want to apply the same color in the home or HTML, you need to have the third method of CSS known as external CSS. How can we make use of external CSS in one particular HTML that will affect the whole HTML file? So we have to come up now to see how we can make use of this external CSS. Use external CSS. How can we have this? So you come back to your file, you want to create a file. Let us create CSS file to apply to the both sides. We have to have a CSS file. So if you are new to the Code Studio, this is the CSS file. You need to go to the file here to open it. So you just use CSS. How you can have any name if you want to make. If this one is for general, if this one is for image style, if it's for bottom style, you can just write bottom. But if this one is for general, you can just say general only. It will check it to CSS. So you know that this CSS is for general purpose. To do here is to create the background style. Exactly. Now I want to make the background style of this contact.html here to apply to this home.html, right? Okay, now let's come to the contact.html. Instead of starting using it from scratch, let's just copy this particular color style to it, because we don't need this one again. You have to remove the style of this thing. Remember, you remove it, or even if you place it, but it may have some error occur while loading your HTML. So I remove it, then you bring it to the general.css file here. So once you bring it to the general.css, you paste it. But what you have to know is for you to be able to connect it, how we want to connect this CSS file to apply to these two HTML file. Now remember, we still have the style here. We need to remove styles from here. Okay, in our how you can link the HTML or the CSS file into this place in each of the first of all, you come to the same head tag where we made the style into. You can just stand by the end of this style element here, attributes here. So you click on it. After that, what you do is to bring a link. Just open a link element here. Just type link. By using the link, then link as the link element, you can close it. It will not give you any close tag, but you have to close it. Link. Then what we have to do is to give the relation. What's the relation of this link? The relation RL is style sheet. So you want to make your relationship is style sheet. So that's the relation. Then where are we getting this style sheet from? That's the how you bring in the href. That's the href. That's where you want to bring in the style sheet from. So the href will bring in the link of this particular file. The file name is general.css. So you come back to this place, you type in the same thing, general.css. As you can see it now, I think we are okay. We are free to go. So you can use a forward bracket and you close it. So once you close it like this, you have it here. So let's see if this can make the change of this particular CSS. You can see that it has made a change of this particular CSS. You can see it has made a change. Where is the change coming? Because we link the style that is inside this CSS file. This is the CSS file. You can see we have yellow, blue, we have red, green. So if you come to this CSS result, we have red, green, and we have yellow, blue. Okay, now let's go to the contact.html. Play the contact.html that was first brought up this color. You can see it has not have any effect here because we have not linked this CSS into this particular one also. But the genuine way is that any change that you made in this particular CSS, it will automatically make change in these HTMLs that you have linked them into. Once you have linked them, now let's link it to this one and this also. So we are using the same method. While being at the front of this, when being in this end part of this style, the title text, so you bring it down like this, like I said, bring in the link attributes here, link. While bringing the link, the relation of the link is style stitch, like I say, style sheets. So the style sheet source will be the href. We have the href. Href will be general. That's the file the file link. This CSS here, general.css. So I think we are okay. You close. Always remember, use the forward slash and the angle right brackets or right angle brackets to close the tag. So let's play the contact us. You can see it has the same thing, and while the home also it's having the same thing. The two of these contacts are having the same color right now without them. So now let's say if you want to make change of it without going into this CSS again, we are not going to this CSS again to make any change. We are standing in this only particular file to make a change. Let's say you want to make the black. Okay, let's say you want to add another color, another style here. You want to add background color of the body of the boats. This thing. We want to say body here. We want to say body. Remember, this selector that can be able to change the entire body color is known as star. This selector can change the entire body of the color. Let's make a try. After you have a star, you open the curly brackets. Each one will give you automatic curly bracket and close. As you can see, it's the way you can use the external CSS, because whatever thing that you are doing is automatically suggests it for you than the internal and the inline CSS. Okay, now let's see the color. You can say the background color. Background, even if you are not using background color, since the thing is selected by every of the text, the background color will be, let's say, let's say light coral. Okay, we have light coral. I think it is okay. Let's just play it. Let's play each of. Let's start from the home HTML here. You can see the background color has changed. We have not come to the home HTML to make any changes. It's from the external file of the CSS. Okay, let's come to the contacts. Remember, the contacts is like this. This is the current result, or this is the current result of the contact. Now you want to refresh it to see if that change that we have made in this CSS is also applied to the contact.html also. You can see it has applied. So that is the easier and the method that you can use CSS to run your HTML structure without any stress. I believe this video has been of help to you and you find this video helpful. Remember to click the subscribe button for more tutorial like this, and also share this video. If this video is helpful and so sweet to you, click the like button and like the video. Give a thumb and also comment. Give a reasonable comment in the comment section. Thank you and see you again in our next tutorial.